Someone asked me how meat eating works with animism, and so I thought I would discuss it with you guys. Let's talk about that. Welcome back everyone to another video by Pan Society. I'm Cherie, and I want to talk about mindful eating and meat eating and how it works with animism. I think this question came up because Laura did a video either a week or two ago about being a vegetarian or an omnivore, herbivore, whatever, and how that works with Pan and with animism as well. And it became a discussion someone brought to me, and I enjoyed the discussion and I wanted to talk more about it in case there's any confusion out there with others. So first and foremost, the idea is don't judge anybody else for the decisions that they're making. You have to honestly do what's best for you. There are a lot of things out there going on with someone that we may never know about or couldn't know about. So we don't know if there's a religious reason that someone chooses to eat the way they do, a financial reason, a belief system, maybe a deficiency they have, or even if it's just what's available, or if they have allergies. I mean, there's just tons of factors we could never ever know. So to sit there and say, oh, well, you have to be compassionate to animals, you can't eat animals, we can't do that. We have to let everybody choose what's best for them, and we have to honor and respect that. For me personally, once again, this is my personal view, so it may not be for you or anybody else, or you may choose to pick pieces that work for you and try it for yourself. For the most part, we are not vegetarians in our house. We eat predominantly vegetarian, but we do eat meat a couple times a week. Now, the way we feel better about this is the sources that our meat comes from. We raise our own chickens, not for meat. We raise chickens for layers. The meat raising part was in the plans, but logistics didn't work out for us. So we only have layers for now. So we get eggs fresh every day. Our chickens are raised extremely well. They're fed an amazing diet. They get scraps from the garden, from the kitchen. I totally believe feeding them nutritiously, and they get a lot of love. They free range out in our yard. So I totally believe that happiness and the nutrition that they get transfers to their eggs, and then when we eat the eggs, we get that too. So it's all about taking care of your food sources and making sure that they're well taken care of too. We also honor our chickens too. We talk to them every day. We thank them for all the work they're doing. We say good morning to them when we open the coop up, and good night to them when we're locking up the coop. So we do have a relationship with our chickens, and hopefully a respectful relationship that goes both ways. And I like to think that they're happy to be here because they run to us whenever they see us. They recognize our car. So I think honestly that they are happy, and so they make great eggs, and that spreads to us. We also garden, do a lot of vegetable gardening, and that's probably like my biggest passion is the vegetable garden. I can grow all the food, like all the different kinds of funny vegetables and fruits and herbs that I like. And I put a lot of love into that too. So there's a lot of respect and compassion that goes into that. I talk to my plants all the time. I'm very aware of when I'm planting, when I'm harvesting, and of the plants' needs as well, like when they need water, when they don't want any water, when they need more sunshine. And I try my best to make sure they get everything that they need, because I want to make sure they're happy, because that in turn feeds us as well when they're harvested and we cook and eat the produce. As far as our meat sources, this is once again personal for us. We choose sources that have pasture raised animals. That's pork, beef, chicken. We visit the farms that we get from. So there are times that we go without because it's not available. Because when we do food this way, you have to wait till harvest time. So there's like with chickens, I think there's a 6-week turnaround or whatever. Pork is a little bit shorter and beef takes a lot longer. And then you have to buy a certain amount. It's not going to like going to the grocery store and picking and choosing the cuts that you want. You have to take an order. So when we get chickens, it's whole chickens. And I like that. Like, first of all, these animals are being raised extremely well, but it also makes you more mindful of how you're going to prepare it and dole it out. A chicken, like one chicken lasts us a couple of days, almost a week, because it's only the 2 of us. And we figure out a way to prepare it so it's not wasteful. And then that's the other thing too, is with bones and everything else, is not being wasteful of everything. Are you making stocks? Are we feeding the wildlife with them? Making things out of them? So it's all a relative circle. But once again, we visit those farms, we see how those animals are being raised, and it makes us feel better about eating them, because they're raised with love on good nutritious food, and that I think passes on to us when we eat them, and we show gratitude to them as well. And then, you know, one day when we return to the earth, we will become food for them. So I hope that kind of clears things up or helps you in a way of figuring out how you feel about meat eating, animism, maybe going vegetarian. Once again, you have to do what is best for you. So if you have dietary conditions or concerns or allergies or whatever, or it's a financial thing or just a food availability thing, you do the best you can, and you know, that's all you can do. I hope I cleared this up for the others that were confused, and for the person that I was talking to about this. And if there are any other questions, just comment down below. But thank you for watching, and don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time in another pan video.